All right, my fans, here we go. SparStar MMA is proud to present 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the flyweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by Down to Scrap Clothing. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, Mike Bell. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing black trunks, trimmed in green. He is training out of Rain Training Center in Lake Forest by way of Garden Grove. He weighed in 122 pounds. His record, no wins with 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Yadir Perez. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing black trunks, trimmed in white. He is training out of 10th Planet in Van Nuys and Systems Training Center in Hawthorne by way of Los Angeles. He weighed in 123 pounds. His record, no wins with 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Victor, the Groovy Gooey Pages. All right, fans, here we go. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the flyweight division.
All right, folks, here we go. Yadir Perez out of Rain Training Center. Victor Pages out of 10th Planet Van Nuys and Systems. 2 very good camps. I'm interested to see what happens here. 10th Planet known for their jiu-jitsu, especially from the bottom. Systems Training Center, great jiu-jitsu as well.
And lightweight, so it should be fast.
Nice takedown right off the bat here. Almost had a reversal. Nice heavy hips to remain on top. Nice. You see how he's trapping the arm, using his hips and his knee.
You know, he's still just striking from the bottom.
Trying to stay busy from the bottom, but that's not what you want to be doing. You want to get your arms in position and try to recover guard or get back up to your feet. See how his bottom arm is way out of position on the outside of the hip.
Victor is very controlled. He's keeping him controlled.
Yeah, Victor doing a nice job staying on top here, keeping control, not throwing wild strikes, doesn't want to lose this position. See how he look for him to Americana this arm up by the head. See how he's prying it down? He may give up his back. Victor showing nice control here. He's going to look for that far arm. See how he's reaching now?
Yes.
He's got an Americana locked up. That's deep. This could be big trouble here. He may have to tap. He's going to have to. He needs to bridge to his left side in order to get out of this Americana. Victor wants to pull that elbow closer to the hip of Perez in order to get the finish. Perez with a nice bridge, trying to get back to close guard, and does.
That was a close one. That was a close one for.
A nice Americana setup from Victor. I like the posture here. He's gonna. A big right hand, but gives up position in the meantime. And Perez is back up to his feet. Victor wants to get this back down to the ground immediately.
Still keeping control. Victor still keeping control against the cage.
Yeah, Perez is using that overhook. It looks like he's going for an outside leg trip, but he doesn't have the leverage here. 5 seconds left in the round here. Looks like we're going to end up on the cage.
Wow. Good round. Good round for both of them.
It was a dominant round for the most part for Victor with that top position.
Yes, Victor kept control of that top.
Had a near submission with that Americana, landed a nice right hand before giving
that
up.
Was a close call for you there.
Yeah, you don't want to eat too many big shots like that on bottom when your head's got nowhere to go except for the mat. You know,
that
there's no give.
That was only one of the biggest shots that Victor got off on Yadir. But they both look pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Yadir was game the whole time. You know, he never stopped moving. I didn't like where his arms were on the bottom. He looked, you know, he was out of position a few times, which is why he almost got caught in that Americana.
Yes.
But he ended up fighting the good fight, getting back up to his feet.
He's very explosive as well. He almost got him off when he landed that big punch, but you know, he almost got him off.
He is very scrambling. I imagine he wants to keep this fight standing, so we'll see what the strategy is coming into round 2.
talking to Yadir in the back, he prefers wrestling and boxing. So
you can see the corner of Victor. Albert Morales is coaching him to throw the 1-2 and shoot the double. So let's see if he listens.
okay, no touching gloves.
1-2, and he didn't feel the distance was there.
Oh, nice spin back kick.
Spinning roundhouse here. Music still going. DJ sleeping on the job.
A little bit.
There we go. Music finally cuts off here. Both fighters still feeling out the distance. Victor, you can see he wants to change level to get in on that double. And Perez doing a nice job of pawing that jab to keep the distance.
He almost got it.
Oh, Victor hits
that's
a hard
nice
right
shot.
hand. Charging forward, looking for the bounce off the cage, maybe suck the legs out. And he does.
Going into side control.
Look for him to stuff that bottom leg so he can get into side control. Oh, he
Mount.
steps right over to mount.
Very
Perez
ambitious of him.
Yeah, Perez needs to get his back against the cage and wall walk. He gives up his back, but gets to his feet. And again, Victor sucking the legs out, goes to knee on belly, right to mount. Very smooth.
Oh,
I don't like how Yadir gives his back up to stand up. It's going to lead to bad things, and he's in a deep rear naked
That's
choke.
very deep.
This should be all
very
she
deep
wrote
in
here.
there.
He's going to have to tap.
He's going to have to tap.
That's right on the trach too. It's not even a blood choke. It looks like it's on the
That's
right
so
on the throat
deep.
with the forearm.
That's so deep.
He might go to sleep here.
That's so deep. Oh,
he's asleep, and it looks
wow.
that's not going to be it. Wow, Yadir did all he could to fight out of that.
He almost got him to the
But
front.
the choke was
Oh
just
my
too
God.
deep. Choke was just too deep. I mean, you can't give up your back like that when you go to stand up off the cage. You know, you're going to leave your neck wide open, and that's what happened.
Wow. You know, both fighters very explosive. Victor's a little bit more technical, I believe.
Yeah, Victor clearly the more seasoned and experienced ground fighter.
I just think Yadir needs to work a little bit more on defensive moves.
Yeah, he looked pretty good on the feet. You know, Yadir did a nice job. Once he realized that Victor wanted to get him down at any and all costs, he did a nice job of keeping the distance. But, you know, he got driven all the way to the cage, got his legs sucked out a couple times.
Yeah.
Went to turtle in order to stand up, which is one of the worst things you could do. And I understand it happens when you panic. You know, you're eating shots from the bottom.
Of course.
But you've got to technically look back to get to guard or get to your feet in a constructive way.
You know, Kevin, one of the things that I would suggest you there to work on is, you know, working against the cage, the takedowns against the cage.
Right.
And working to defend that. That's very, that could be very important, especially, you know, fighting in the cage.
He almost got out of this rear naked choke that we see on the replay.
Almost. He almost went to the front. He almost got him to the front.
He probably wanted to roll forward. I've seen guys roll forward and try to force your opponent to face plant on the mat, but he kind of fell at a 45-degree angle here, and it just wasn't enough to shake Victor off.
Like, he almost shook him off.
And then
But
Victor
he went back to
wisely
his back.
puts the hooks back in, and that was deep, you know.
Great fight for both of them.
Mutual respect shown here for both fighters. And we'll get the official word from Jim Fitzgerald.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute, 35 seconds of round number 2, referee in charge, Mike Bell, stops the contest due to a tap out from a rear naked choke. Our winner in the blue corner, Victor, the Groovy Goolie Pages.
Victor Page is going to improve to 1-1, gets his first victory inside the cage. Yadir Perez unfortunately falls to 0-2. I'm sure he'll be back stronger and better. He showed a lot of heart in that fight.
Congratulations, Victor. Well deserved.